Have you ever thought about making a living in the firearms industry? Well, if you enjoy gun repairs, ballistics, and learning about firearms, Sonoran Desert Institute's online courses might just be a good fit for you. To find out more about them, visit www.sdi.edu or call 480-999-4767. All right, this is the Walther PDP. I've done a video, I kind of sort of did a video on this gun already where I had the guys from Walther come out and do some shooting with me. We talked about the PDP a little bit, but now I have some personal time with the gun and I kind of want to talk about it from that perspective. This line of gun from Walther, the PDP, is focused on more of a self-defense duty style type of firearm. And so I think this is kind of not a breaking away, but a kind of transition from the PPQ to the PDP, personal defense pistol. Kind of pretty much speaks for itself at that point. Let's talk ergonomics, because that's the thing that stuck out to me the most, was the way this gun feels in hand. You do have interchangeable back straps. Right now I have it on the smaller size, and right now this gun fits perfectly in my hand. I get right up under that bore, and I just feel perfect. It's like a glove almost. I didn't even bother with the other back straps. For me, in this smallest configuration, perfect. I love the grip texture on this gun. It is aggressive. It's more aggressive than normal, but for a duty pistol, I think that's awesome. Then on top of that, you do have this armor cutout for your red dot sights, because that's become all the rage nowadays. And I'm not necessarily mad at it, because I mean, we do it on our rifles, why not put it on our handguns? So you do have a cutout for an RMR, and then also, these sights are pretty analogous to the Glock sights. To me, that's a sucky thing because I hate the Glock sights. They get on my nerves, they're trash. These are a little bit better because they are rear adjustable, and the 3-dot sights is a lot better than that U-dot that you get on the Glock. But for all intents and purposes, this is almost pretty much the same cut as a Glock. So any Glock sights that'll work on a Glock will work on this, so forth, and any red dot sights like the Delta Point Micro will work on this as well. Trigger on this gun is phenomenal. If you're familiar with the PPQ, you already know the PPQ trigger is This trigger on the PPQ is by far the best polymer trigger I have ever encountered, period. The trigger on this one is even more I don't even know if you can do more but the trigger on this gun is fantastic. You have a slow take up, very clean break, and it's buttery soft, gooey, ooey, super smooth take up that honestly Walthers are really known for in their guns, notwithstanding one or two of their guns. But by and large, Walthers usually on the trigger side, they kill it. Notice I keep coming back to ergonomics. So on the trigger, you have a wider trigger than normal. So you get a lot of surface area on that trigger, and it's a really comfortable feeling. I love that. But then on top of that, let's talk about these slide cuts. These are some of the deepest slide cuts I have ever seen in my life. It's like you look at some Play-Doh, and then you just take your finger and you just drag it across, and you have this just rut. These are deep. These are super deep. So it allows you to get a good purchase on actually racking the slide. So especially if you're one of those people that likes to rack the slide from the front to check and see if you actually have a round in the chamber, it does a phenomenal job of doing that. But by and large, this gun, excellent in hand. Oddly, the second thing I noticed about the PDP is how light it was once I picked it up. It's just really oddly light. I don't know what it is, but the gun is really, really light. Not cheap light, like the gun doesn't feel like it's worth any quality. It's like this almost hollow-like lightness, but then at the same time, the gun doesn't I can run the gun as fast as I need to and still keep my sight on target. Oh God, as he runs. This gun runs, man. Look, let's take a look at this, people. So take a look at that. That's me. That was holding right there. That's my group right there. Now I'm at about 7, 8 yards. So the gun runs, the gun sits on target. Another beautiful thing about it too, 18 rounds. Glock 17 comes, I believe, with 17 rounds, 1 round more. So 18 plus 1, 19 rounds. So that is the PDP. I love the way this gun feels. If I walk away with anything, it's this gun feels phenomenal in hand. You take the ergonomics of the grip, you take the trigger, and then you take the freaking deep rutted, freaking whatever you call them, serrations on the slide, and this gun is an ergonomic dream, and it doesn't even look like it. You know how frightening it is to think about what happens in the moments before, during, and even days after having to use your gun in self-defense? When you first start carrying a gun for protection, it can be a very scary and nerve-wracking experience, especially if you haven't gotten the education and training you need to feel confident. I've been there myself, hoping I never have to go through a self-defense shooting, which is why I'm a member of the USCCA. As a USCCA member, you can eliminate some of the stress of carrying a gun for protection by accessing the amazing wealth of firearm education, training, and current state-specific gun laws of your state or states you may travel to. This can help you be prepared for or hopefully even avoid a self-defense incident. As a bonus, members automatically become insured on the self-defense liability insurance policy purchased by and issued to the USCCA. Click below to learn more. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and most importantly, make sure you hit that bell symbol.